Don't worry, we're still waiting though. We're still waiting for the second half to begin. And I don't know how things are gonna end. So far we are 2-1 down. Yeah? Thanks to Bakola and Dembele. This is gonna be a really long night, isn't it, guys? For a Chelsea fan, this is gonna be a very, very long night. I just can't wait for this game to end. But hopefully we get some positive results in the second half. Hopefully. Woof. Sorry, I wasn't there for the first half. The first half, my phone was charging, so I basically had to plug in my phone. So that's why we weren't able to do a first half broadcast. And even right now, we are still in halftime, so it's gonna be a while before even the game begins. So apparently, you're just gonna have to hang in there until the game starts once again. But I see everybody's in uniform, so I think they're basically having talks inside the dressing room. But let's see how things go. Wow, the Chelsea fans, they are really in low spirits, man. The Chelsea fans inside there are really in low spirits. Apparently, even I am in very low spirits, but I just have to hang in there. It seems the second half is kicking off. Indeed, you know that injury time was really short, like 1 minute. Well, let's see how things end up in the second half. To the second half, we have to be positive, regardless of being 2-1 down. But Chelsea really did play well in the first half, but it just wasn't enough. Especially in our back line, we still made like a few silly mistakes. Like for the first goal, I'm not gonna really blame Chelsea. That was kind of unexpected because there was no way Jorgensen was getting to that post. But the second goal right now, that's a bit questionable. Like I can't believe Fofana was being outpaced, and Dembele had plenty of space. You know, he could have even shot earlier, but he decided to basically reduce, his time when shooting that ball. And that's how the second goal entered. When, this guy, Dembele, scored. Now the second half kicks off. I know you're watching this, but just do one thing. So far, Chelsea are 2-1 down. I was supposed to create a broadcast for the first half, but my phone was low on charge. Okay, let's go. Okay, PSG seems to be starting off with some energy. They're really trying their best to basically seal off Chelsea from getting on the ball. Here's PSG with the restart. PSG are maintaining control, ensuring that Chelsea don't get a chance on the ball. Okay, Marquinhos to... Okay, Chelsea are still in possession. Still trying to break through PSG, but PSG is not making it easy for them. You know, this is very interesting. PSG's new kit really looks very interesting. Like, I never saw the new kit last time, but the kit this time, it looks very interesting. I think this is actually their away kit, but I doubt if it's their away kit or if it's their home kit, because I've never actually seen PSG jerseys. Now let's see how Chelsea advance forward. Okay, that's Malo Gusto going forward. James, back to Gusto, back to Jorgensen, back to Chalobah. Okay, so far Chelsea are not breaking through PSG. So far it's PSG that's actually controlling the momentum. And so far it's not looking good for Chelsea. Caicedo made a good block against Due. Yes, Dembele actually not even Dembele. Caicedo made a good block against Due. Now it's a goal kick. Let's see how things go tonight. Okay, Palmer on the turn but missed. Okay, Chelsea balls back on Chelsea's midfield. Gusto with the ball. Okay, Fofana back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen going forward. But Chelsea have no numbers forward, so ball goes back to PSG backline. Whoever is this guy? Nuno Mendes trying to pick a pass. Unfortunately, in the hands of Chelsea's backline once again. James, Cucurella, James, and then it's Palmer, and then it's Gusto going forward, going past Nuno Mendes. Palmer versus Neves. Palmer versus Neves. Palmer versus Neves. Okay, we're inside the box. Palmer in the box. Chelsea have been able to win the corner, though Palmer was seriously close. Neves almost slipped, but at the last moment when Palmer was about to make a cross, Neves stopped him just at the last moment. Okay, now it's Neto standing on the corner. Okay, that's Cucurella. Palmer once again, near the box but not quite close. Passes around the box. A direct pass but thwarted by the PSG backline. Okay, so far it's looking serious against Chelsea. Now here's Neto. Neto closer to the box but not so close. Things are just not looking good for us tonight. We have had so many chances, but we have really squandered them. Except for that Gusto chance. That Gusto chance was perfect, but almost all those other chances we have squandered it just a bit, especially in the first half. Ball's out for a throw-in. João Pedro was so close, but Marquinhos stopped him. Okay. Chelsea's backline at it once again, but so far we have not gone forward and have good opportunities. Okay, Jorgensen cool on the ball. Fofana, Gusto, but Mendes real close. Alright, that's João Pedro. But João Neves got in the way. Ensuring that João Pedro doesn't get any closer. Okay. So far, so good from Chelsea. But it might not look so good for long, as Nuno Mendes goes forward. Okay, Cucurella versus Dembele. Tagged up by Neto, but ball goes back to Dembele once again. Oh no. Ball's really close to our box, and so far Cucurella is marking his man correctly. So now they're trying to break into the right with Nuno Mendes and Bacola trying to figure out a way. And then here we have and I saw a weird message, that's why I wondered what was really happening. Anyway. Alright then. Ball back to Chelsea backline. Jorgensen holding his own, ensuring that he passes the ball forward. Here's Reece James breaking through that mid. Then we have Gusto back to James. James picking a pass to Caicedo. Caicedo picking a pass to Chalobah. Chalobah picking a pass to Cucurella. Cucurella getting a pass to Neto, but Neto is being pushed back, so he basically has to ensure the ball is on his feet. But the ball is out for a throw-in. The ball is out for a throw-in. Again, Joe Pedro to the ball, but really marked by Pacho. Manages to get free, but he was basically down for the count. So it's a free kick. I don't know whether it's an offside or a free kick, but I'm pretty sure it's a free kick because Joe Pedro was being stepped on almost every opportunity. But the ball is still back with PSG, so it was basically on PSG's terms. Okay. PSG are manufacturing something in the midfield. Marquinhos going forward to Dembele, or is it Due? But so far the ball is still in the back line of PSG as they try to observe the game's timing, as they try to, maintain the ball and ensure that Chelsea don't get a chance on it. They're practically wasting time. Okay, so Bacola finds some space. Hakimi was so close to the box, but stopped by Cucurella and Caicedo. Okay. So now we have PSG with some possession. PSG are making sure that they don't lose any form of possession. They're trying to hold on as close as possible, ensuring that Chelsea don't have a chance on the ball. Unfortunately for us, we haven't been able to take advantage of our opportunities despite having so much of it. Okay, PSG are manufacturing something on Chelsea's back line as they try to break through that back line. Cucurella again manages to get to the ball, and now it's a free kick because handball. Handball on who? Forgot his name. Let's just say Neves. Chelsea have looked a bit lethargic in this game, but they've had good opportunities. Though those opportunities they've mostly squandered. The player that has basically shocked me the most has been Palmer. Palmer hasn't been doing so well. Okay, Jorgensen with the long pass, but cut out by the PSG midfield. Chalobah on Due. Due gets past Chalobah. And now the ball is out for a corner. Now it's a goal kick back to Chelsea. Here's João Pedro going forward. Uh, Chelsea are having a tough time that PSG backline because so far they've been solid and so far they've actually reduced their mistakes compared to their last campaign. Okay, Pedro Neto goes forward with pace. Okay, Pedro Neto makes a cross. Goal for Enzo Fernandez! Goal for Enzo Fernandez! So it's 2-2. PSG 2, Chelsea 2. That's so amazing. That is so amazing. Enzo Fernandez with a goal. Now this game is starting to heat up. And one goal could decide the outcome. But that was an amazing run for Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto made such an amazing run, and then Enzo Fernandez just met the end of that ball. What a wonderful play from Chelsea. Very, very fabricated. No offside, just brilliant play from Chelsea. That was brilliant play from Chelsea. That was a really good play from Chelsea. That was incredible. Yeah. Now that we are even, let's see how things go. Now that we are even, Stevens, let's see how things go. Now PSG is freaking out. But they might decide to do something that we've probably never seen, or Chelsea might decide to seal this game off for the first leg. But let's see how things go. Right now the game has become exciting. Poor throw-in by Gusto. Poor throw-in by Gusto. Okay, Jorgensen sending the ball out for another throw-in. From what I've seen, yeah, it's another throw-in. It's another throw-in. Now the game has started to heat up just a little bit. Okay, ball to Caicedo, back to Gusto, back to Caicedo, but Caicedo lost the ball too easily. Alright then. Ball back with PSG backline. Marquinhos and I forgot his name. Here's Nuno Mendes going forward, but unfortunately stopped by Malo Gusto. Okay. Oh, he's Vitinha. Okay, let's go forward. Chelsea have actually had PSG where they want them. Now it's just a matter of managing the game until they can possibly get a goal, or PSG might actually have one surprise to spring on Chelsea. Maybe a Chelsea fan, but I'm trying to be as neutral as possible when it comes to this game. This is that type of game where I just watch it and I said, whoever wins, it doesn't really matter to me. But I would also want Chelsea to prove something to me. I would want Chelsea to prove something to me at the moment. So at the moment, PSG are looking comfortable in possession, but not for too long, because Chelsea are planning to gain possession. Okay, Nuno Mendes up front. João Neves to Due. Due loses control. Cucurella on Due. But PSG have been able to gain possession in the middle of the park as PSG try to find a way to break down Chelsea. PSG tried to find a way to break down Chelsea, and so far it's not looking easy on them. Okay, Caicedo got to the ball, and then here's Enzo Fernandez with the ball going up to the middle of the park. Palmer in the middle of the park, passing it back to Chalobah. Chalobah back to Cucurella. Cucurella trying to get up front, but throttled by Hakimi. Hakimi basically sending the ball out for a throw. as substitutions are being made, as Duo is replaced by Varaskelia. Whew, my back is basically giving out. Today my back is giving out because I've watched so many matches in a very slumped position. Okay, ball back with the Chelsea backline. Jorgensen as he tries to pick a pass up front. Alright then, ball's landed safely to Palmer, but the goalkeeper basically took a red of it. Okay, Vitinha with the ball, trying to play through Chelsea. Now PSG are just ensuring that possession remains in their courts as they try to see how they'll break forward. Okay, PSG with the ball at the back line, trying to find options at the back, but Cucurella's gotten the best of them, but ball is still in their possession. Okay, here's Cucurella back with the ball, and now it's back to the Chelsea goalkeeper in Jorgensen. Okay, PSG so far maintaining possession, ensuring Chelsea don't get too much on the ball. Oh no, PSG are trying to break forward, but luckily for Chelsea, Jorgensen collects. And so far, PSG's most dangerous player has to be Bakola, because Bakola simply found ways to try and dribble past our Chelsea back line, but not as much as Due or basically Dembele. They lose possession in such a crucial area. Now PSG are allowed to go forward. Now PSG are simply taking their time and trying to see out this game, regardless of their form being a bit slow and a bit shaky. Augusto passes the ball forward to João Pedro. Now what can João Pedro do from this position, since it was a 3v1? But I don't think he would have done much, even if he would have gotten onto the ball, because honestly there's nobody up front to basically push the ball forwards. Okay, now PSG have gained possession as they try to break down this Chelsea back line. Okay, Nuno Mendes with a great pass, but unfortunately Jorgensen comes to collect. Alright. Now it's a PSG throw-in back to the PSG back line. I don't know what's happening at the moment because Chelsea haven't been able to get on the ball as much. Chelsea have become just a bit sloppy. And this is not looking good on Chelsea's side. Especially that we basically need especially when we need one goal to basically seal off this game. Especially when we need one goal to basically give us an advantage in the second leg. Right now, one goal can determine who basically gets an advantage in the second leg. Just one goal is enough. Okay. Chelsea are doing their best to stop PSG from causing damage, but so far PSG has been getting very good opportunities. But luckily for Chelsea, they're able to send the ball away though back with PSG's back line. Alright then. João Neves is trying to basically break through. Unfortunately, the ball goes out for a goal kick, or is it a throw-in? Let's just see how things go. Because at the moment, I think it goes out for a throw-in. I think it goes out for a throw-in. Yeah, this isn't PSG's original kit, now that I've confirmed it. It's practically the away kit or maybe the third kit. So far it seems to be a kickoff, so yeah. Chelsea still have a few minutes to play for as they try to find an equalizer against PSG. Okay. Joe Pedro collecting as Chelsea go forward. Okay. Neto now has to deal with Marquinhos and Neves basically pinning him out. Now Chelsea have to find a way to break through PSG as PSG keep on pressing them. Now PSG are planning to make some more substitutions, as Chelsea haven't made a single substitution just yet, as they're trying to maintain the pressure, as they're trying to keep that experience strong. Okay, Chelsea back with the play as Jorgensen tries to pick a pass. Now Chelsea's backline has to work really hard to ensure that PSG's pressers don't try to go forward and do something dangerous. But PSG so far in this game, they've had a little bit of a leverage when it comes to controlling the momentum of this game. Oh yes, I am the chosen one. They call me the chosen one. Yes, I am the chosen one. Wait, how do you know I'm the chosen one? How do you know I am the chosen one? Abi Martinez, how do you know I am the chosen one? Yes, I am the chosen one. But anyway, how is Abi? How is Abi? Now let's watch PSG as they gain possession back. Alright then. Let's see how things go. Because PSG, as of far, they've been able to maintain possession, but they haven't been able to do much with the ball in the second half. Oh, you bought Taco Bells and sent the money home? Ah, that's really bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Abi Martinez. Do you watch football? Because right now I'm watching Chelsea versus PSG. Do you watch football, Abi Martinez? Okay. PSG backline trying to go forward. PSG backline trying to go forward as Chelsea's midfield remains resolute. And so far, they're just trying to pass the ball at the back to basically try to save as much time as possible. Pick up where they are and basically scan the field to see if there's a player who's willing to go forward. Oh, it's not your thing. I wish it was your thing. If only it was your thing. Actually, football is my thing, though I can't really play football, but I enjoy watching football. So don't worry, it's also not my thing actually when it comes to playing, but when it comes to watching, it's actually my thing. But thank you for engaging, Abi Martinez. Thank you for engaging. A bad challenge from Malo Gusto. Now Chelsea are even. Or should I say even Steven? Now Chelsea are even with PSG. Oh, bye Martinez, bye. Thank you for being around, Abi Martinez. Bye. Thank you for being around. Now Chelsea have to figure out how they're basically gonna go forward as PSG is just making life a bit difficult for us. Right now we are still even because each team is really locked in. Nobody wants to lose out to the other. Now Chelsea have to figure out how to get through as PSG is really ensuring that their backline remains resolute and solid. And our backline has been a bit poor, especially in terms of defending balls. But we have also been good forward, though the ball hasn't been going forward as much, thanks to the PSG midfield lockdown. But we have done well, because from the position where we are, we have basically not been at our best of form, but we have actually done pretty well as a team. I think we've done pretty well. Okay, a free kick for Enzo Fernandez as they try to figure out how we are going to get forward. Now the subs are getting ready to come in, but at the moment they're just warming up. At the moment they are warming up. Though this would be a really bad time to make a substitution, unfortunately. This would be a really bad time to make a substitution because I don't think there's really enough time to basically make an impact, especially on Chelsea's side. Because this PSG side has basically been locking us in. So a substitution a bit earlier would have been a bit impactful. It would have been a very, very impactful thing. In fact, I've noticed that anytime PSG players challenge the ball, they basically kick the ball for a far distance. I don't know what's the point. I mean, you've already caused the challenge. Why kick the ball away? I think they're basically trying to delay Chelsea's chances so that Chelsea don't seem to get any good chances. Nuno Mendes has been very good because he has been able to keep Palmer quiet and he has been able to keep Gusto in his lane, though Gusto still scored. So he's not doing a completely good job, but in most of the spells in this entire game, he has basically been decent. Though he did miss out to Malo Gusto, so we won't forget about that. Alright, that's Fofana passing the ball back to Jorgensen. Oh no, that's a very bad mistake. Now Vitinha scored another goal. Now Vitinha scored another goal. Jorgensen just made a very, very sloppy mistake. Jorgensen just made a very, very sloppy mistake. Yeah. That has got to hurt, man. That has got to hurt. That has got to hurt. Jorgensen. Jorgensen has made a lot of mistakes in this game. That was so bad from Jorgensen. I mean, Vitinha with the chip, it's like as if they never forgot, but that was a wonderfully worked goal. Press the goalkeeper until he makes a lot of mistakes, but that was so bad. Jorgensen, you kind of wasted that opportunity. Jorgensen just wasted us there. Jorgensen just wasted us. What was the point? What was the point of you making that pass? You could have gone long. You could have just gone long. Now what is this, man? Now we are trailing behind once again. This is not giving us any confidence. Varaskil is trying to break through Chelsea once again. Oh no, he's out-muscling the Chelsea back line. But luckily for Fofana, he has been able to stop him, but now the ball goes out for a corner. And no substitutions were ever made. This is so bad. This is so bad from Chelsea. This could have gone from bad to worse, but it's already worse at the moment. This is really bad. Chelsea are not doing well at the moment. We've made some pretty costly mistakes up front. Well, the goalkeeper seems to be coming out a bit too much. The goalkeeper is so confident with this game. Otherwise, that was just ridiculous, man. Jorgensen, why? Especially right now when we're out of form. Jorgensen, why? Ay, ay, ay. This game is just looking hopeless. Now all we can do is hope for a draw. All we can do right now is hope for a draw. But even that draw doesn't seem to be forthcoming. Otherwise, this was just disappointing. This was just disappointing. Chelsea picking a pass. Now it's Chelsea's back line once again, trying to progress the ball forward. Now we see what Jorgensen was trying to do, but that pass basically ruined a few things. Okay, Pedro Neto back to Cucurella, back to Pedro Neto once again. Now dribble through. Now Chelsea are in a very, very desperate situation. It's either we defend these results or we basically get one goal for a draw, which will basically not be that much encouraging, especially. This won't be very encouraging, unfortunately. We basically needed to be at least a goal up and maintaining it, but unfortunately we haven't been able to do much. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do much in this game. Because PSG have actually studied our patterns and have learned to basically break us down. Okay, Chelsea got the ball, now they're breaking forward. Pedro Neto trying to pick a pass. Joe Pedro! Oh no, offside, offside. Offside. This is so bad, but it's an offside. It's an offside. Now let's see how things go. I think they're basically trying to check it, but I'm not really that sure. It's offside. It was a really good chance, but it was offside. This is basically a very, very bad day, man. I am really, really demotivated. But Pedro was going to be offside anyway. This is going to be a tough, tough day for Chelsea fans. Because right now we are 3-2 down. We basically either need 2 goals or just one to keep our hopes in this draw. Otherwise, it's not looking good for Chelsea. And it's all because of our defensive mistakes. And at the moment, we can't even trust Jorgensen, despite him being played in the field anyway. Alright then. PSG are now going back into that Chelsea back line. But PSG haven't been able to get through as they let the ball go out for a throw-in. I see that PSG is really trying to keep the ball away from Chelsea. And I don't think the tricks so far have done much to Chelsea, though. They're still on top, so that basically accounts for something. Okay. Now substitutions have been let in as Chelsea makes a substitution. Now Liam Delap is coming onto the game together with Lavia. And as Neto leaves the game for Lavia. And Palma goes off for Delap. Though making a substitution right now makes pretty much no sense at all. Like, why are they making substitutions right now? They've taken so long before they can decide to basically make a substitution. Chelsea backline starts off play, but so far the PSG player seems to be turned on, also trying to mess with Chelsea's control of the ball. As Lavia picks a pass through to James. Now the ball through to Delap. As Delap picks a... let's see how the ball takes a deflection. But the ball didn't take a deflection for a corner, so it means a goal kick. But Delap had so much space. He could have actually taken his time, but no problem. We can understand right now he's going through something. It was so bad. Now we only have 7 minutes before the 90th minute. Can something happen from now up to the end of that minute? That's what we are about to find out. Oh no. Oh no, this could be costly from Chelsea. This could be very, very costly if we don't hang in there. Okay. Now we definitely need to find ways through because somehow PSG seem to be in very, very good positions. This is very scary from PSG. But luckily we have gained possession back as now we go forward. Now James with the ball. James got easily throttled. Okay, PSG with the ball once again. Now we are back to fighting for possession. And this is not a good or favorable position for Chelsea to be in. This is not a... Oh no. Varaskelia has scored the fourth goal. Varaskelia has scored the fourth goal. This hurts, man. This hurts. Varaskelia scored the fourth goal. What is the point of life, man? Varaskelia scored the fourth goal. I am so demotivated, man. This has been a very, very sad day for us, man. But Reece James lost possession too easily. It had to be Mayulu as usual. It had to be Mayulu. It had to be Mayulu, and you had to put Jorgensen as our goalkeeper. I think I'm just gonna stay away from social media for a while. It hurts, but that's a real stinger right there. That's a very good way of removing the sting out of this game. Okay, Chelsea struggle back as they try to figure out how to get through. Okay, Chelsea trying their best to basically find a results in these bleak moments. Okay, Gusto with the ball. And so far, it's only 4 minutes to possibly injury time, but Varaskelia with the ball. Varaskelia with the ball. But Varaskelia is still on with the ball. Varaskelia is still on with the ball. Oh, if Mayula had scored, that one would have been over for Chelsea. That would have been an embarrassing hit. That would have been a very embarrassing hit. That is a very, very bad hit. Now Chelsea are having a hard time trying to break down this PSG. Now we are 2 goals down. This will be very, very sad to watch. Now Garnacho is being subbed in as Gusto basically leaves the pitch. But with the remaining time, it's not looking so well. They could have made some substitutions earlier. Now waiting is a bit it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough. This is a very, very sad day. This is a very, very sad day. Oh no. Oh no. Lee Kang in with another goal. Oh, that was an offside. Otherwise, that could have finished us. Ah, man. It just keeps on getting from bad to worse. It just keeps on getting from bad to worse. It just keeps on getting from bad to worse. Enzo is so disappointed in Jorgensen. I swear, Jorgensen. This Jorgensen guy, man, he has disappointed me tonight. In fact, I didn't even want Jorgensen in this game, but who's Liam Razinha? I just had to pick Jorgensen for this game. Sanchez was a bit serious, but Jorgensen, no. Jorgensen isn't even that serious. This is... What am I watching anymore? What am I watching? What's even happening? What is seriously happening here? Pedro Neto, why? I don't know why Luis Enrique is getting into this. They're busy. That's why I've been smelling something. Oh dear Lord. Oh my God. Varaskelia with another goal. What is this day, man? What is this day? What the hell is this day, man? What the hell is this day? Man. There is nothing we can say, man. This is already over. This is already over. This game has already been over even before it started. Anyway, this is where I live. This is where I live.